Hello and welcome to today's video. So when it comes to common and static data such as rates, percentages, drop-down list items and so on, I like to store these inside tables, and that's mainly because they allow my formulas to be dynamic. Now by that I mean if you add rows or items, the formulas automatically pick them up without having to change any cell references or ranges. Now I have another video where I discuss this in detail, so I invite you to check it out if you haven't already. Now having said that, tables do have some annoyances, especially when it comes to inserting or deleting rows, and I'll be discussing that in this video along with some workarounds. So as we have here are two tables and they're separated by 3 rows. So if I wanted to insert a row in the top table, I could right click and insert, and the table below gets pushed down and we maintain that spacing. Of course, you've got to be careful in case you've got something on this side. You're going to insert a row here, and if you've got a table here, it won't even let you insert it, sorry. Now you can also insert a row by clicking inside the table, then right click, insert, and table rows above or below. We've done it below, and as you see, it's maintained the gap and pushed this table down. And we can do it again and again as needed. Another way you can insert a row in a table is going to the bottom right cell and pressing tab, and that creates the row, but we've lost one row that separates the table. We do it again, we lose the next row, and we do it again, we've lost that spacing. If we tab again, it will push the table down. So we can right click just on the header and reintroduce the spacing here. Again, the same caveat applies here. Another solution is to put some text below the last table row. I like to do something like this, so something a bit meaningful. Table spacer, don't delete or edit. Now once I hit enter, you'll see it's converted it to a table row, and we don't want that, so undo, and it's no longer a table row. I also prefer to make this smaller font, and let's change it to a red just to make it stand out a bit. Okay, if we now tab, you'll see that it's pushing the table down. So that works quite well until someone comes along and edits this cell and converts it into a row. Okay. Now, another issue is if the table below has more columns than the one above it, those workarounds are not going to work, apart from the full row insert. And again, as we mentioned before. So if I try and do a right click, insert row below, I'm going to get an error. If I try to tab, nothing happens. If I get rid of that text, it will create the extra rows, but it won't push the table down. Again, you can insert a full table row, but keep in mind what you have here on the right. Okay. Now the same applies if you're doing a delete. If you try and delete a row, it's not going to let you do it because we have more columns in the one below it. So one of the workarounds is to move the table away, do your insert or delete, and then put it back. Another solution is just create a dummy column, call it whatever you like. Let's put our table spacer back. Okay. And now we can tab and it'll work. We can insert rows above, it'll work as well. Okay, even if we get rid of this spacer, we can do our insert row below. All right. Now, if you're going to keep this column, I recommend just change the color and perhaps insert a comment just to say why this column is here. Okay, personally, I prefer to stack my tables side by side. Okay, like this. Now you can just, if you want to insert a column, you just do what you normally do, right click, insert, okay? Or you can go click anywhere inside the column, in the table, and insert and column to the right or left. So either one of those will maintain that spacing. Just one thing you need to be aware of is if you, let's say, type a header here, it will take that column up and append it to this table here. It's not a big deal because again, you can just right click and insert. And I think any Excel user will know that you can do that. Okay, so as I mentioned in my other video, using tables allows formulas to be dynamic. And I'll just give you a quick demo here. So we want to look up item and return the group. So let's start off, let's put milk and our X lookup milk inside the items column. And as you see, Excel automatically puts the syntax for you if you don't know it. And we want to return its group. Okay, and if it's not found, blank. Okay, that works. Now, to show you how it's dynamic, if someone comes along and adds a new row, fruit, apples. Okay, we'll just change the format here. Now, if I enter, if I enter apples, it will automatically pick up the correct group, and that's without having changed the formula at all. So these small table annoyances, in my opinion, are a small price to pay, given it makes your formulas dynamic. That pretty much wraps it up. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, please hit that like button and I'll catch you on the next video.